I'm teaching real estate investors how to build new construction houses. And you don't have to have a contractor's license to do this. I'm Richard. I've been a builder for 30 years. I'm in Georgia. And I'm starting a new course that's going to start in July to teach real estate investors how to build new construction houses, either for rental properties or as specs like the one you see behind me to sell for a profit. A lot of real estate investors like new construction houses because it's a much more controlled real estate investment than buying a rehab, an older house that has all kinds of hidden problems. And then when you end up finishing it, you still have an older house that's 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, and it's probably still going to have problems. Whereas with new construction, obviously everything's new, and you have all the new technologies, all the new building components, so you're going to avoid a lot of problems. It's more controllable, more predictable way to approach real estate investment. So this is why a lot of real estate investors are starting to lean towards it. However, there are a lot of pitfalls. There are a lot of problems you can get into. Sometimes the financing can eat you alive. Sometimes you have bad contractors that screw up the project, especially when you don't know what you're doing or what to look for. So my course goes through all of that. It starts with lot selection. We get into pre-construction documentation like soil tests and architectural plans, how to develop an architectural plan that's cost effective to build and efficient to build. We get into financing and what financing to stay away from and what financing is favorable to you. I can tell you right now, there are hundreds of billions of dollars out there on the sidelines available to real estate investors just like you for doing ground up new construction. And I will pull back the curtain on all of that and show you guys where to access that financing, lenders who want to lend to you for new construction as a real estate investor. I also teach you how to work with a contractor. I'm going to teach you how to find contractors, how to hire them, how to interview them. I'm going to teach you how to structure your agreement with that contractor so that you stay in control of the project, you stay in control of the schedule, in control of the budget, in control of quality. And in the end, you're going to be equipped with enough knowledge that you can work with a contractor and they respect you as an investor and an owner and will properly handle your project. But the key in working with a contractor is that you stay in control of that project, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to also teach you about pre-construction planning and all the specifications, selections, and details that you've got to have in place before you ever stick a shovel in the dirt so that you can execute and build a house with predictability, on time and on budget. Typically when you see houses that are being built that run into cost overruns and delays, you can really track it back to the pre-construction planning not being properly done. So we're going to go through every detail of pre-construction planning that needs to be in place before you start. I'll also be teaching you all about the construction process. Everything about the construction of the house, from clearing and grading, foundations, different types of foundations, the structural framing of the house, the building envelope, all the building sciences as to why you're doing things the way you're doing them, all the finishes. We'll get into everything, including inspections, code compliance, permitting. We're also going to talk about the third-party inspections that you're going to need in your project to basically manage risk, to make sure that, the soil is properly compacted before you ever pour any concrete. When the foundation goes in, that it's been inspected by a third party to ensure that it meets all the structural codes. Same thing with structural framing. We want a third-party inspection on that as well to make sure that it was done so that you don't have any issues. So I've got resources for you. I have checklists for you. This is going to be a live course This is not going to be a course that you just log into and watch videos of me. This is going to be a live course, interactive. I'm going to end up being your personal consultant for the next 12 weeks as we get into this. But we have 12 weeks. There's basically 12 modules that I've got this divided into, and I teach it live in a Zoom environment. I also have projects like the ones that I'm standing on now. These are all houses that are actually being built by investors that I permitted all these projects for these investors, and I'm acting as their contractor of record. And we're going to be visiting sites exactly like these. You can physically come to with me and see exactly what's going on in the next 12 weeks that we'll be running this course. So if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email and let me put you on the list so that you can sign up as soon as I release the sign up for this course. If you want to set up a call with me to discuss the details so I can tell you a little bit more about new construction for investors and how I'm structuring this course, feel free to shoot me a text, 404-630-4040. I look forward to hearing from you.